Yeah, good morning, everyone. Yesterday, we saw some corrections in the US market in expectations of the Jackson Hole Symposium meeting today. Uh, the expectations are that there is some announcement by the Fed on tapering plan. In fact, a few of the state Fed has already indicated that the inflation is remaining high and not likely to come down. So Fed should look at tapering. So the probability of Fed doing the same is comparatively high. So one need to be careful. We may see some knee-jerk reactions on Monday on that account. So short-term position for next Monday need to be carefully taken. Apart from that, if you see the Asian market are mixed, some markets are positive and some are a bit negative, but nothing so great movement. And even in commodity also, we are seeing an aluminum continue to remain strong, whereas oil was flat and aluminum was up by around 1%. And on the other hand, HRC, that is hot rolled coil steel, was down by around 1%. Iron ore is up by around 0.5 and copper was flat. So aluminum continued to see strong movement, mainly on account of a few incidents which has happened in recent past, and there is a short supply of aluminum as compared to demand. Jamaica refinery got power plant got fired and got disturbed, and the production came down. This has happened few days back, and impact of the same is getting reflected. In fact, in this, if we see the alumina prices, which was lagging the aluminum prices, that alumina is raw material for aluminum. So alumina prices, which was lagging the increase in as compared to aluminum, has now started moving up, and it has hit around 52-week high in recent past and up by around 8% in last 1 month. So alumina increase in price can support national aluminum, which is the which has a higher portion of alumina sales than aluminum. So that can benefit national aluminum in the near term. So now I request technical team to take up first.
Yes, thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. Today, the market is likely to open on a flattish note. From the last 2 days, we are witnessing that the Nifty is just hovering near 16,600 to 16,700 levels. Within the 100 points range band only, the Nifty is moving. As of now, 16,700 will act as a crucial resistance level. If it's break that level, then we can see some positive momentum towards 16,800 to 16,840 levels. But we believe that 16,700 is acting as a very strong support resistance zone. We might not break out that level in the today's session. On the flip side, downside, the immediate support is placed at 15,570 to 15,500 level. These are the important support levels. If it's break that zone, that 15,500 levels, then we are likely to witness some profit booking, which might take a Nifty towards 16,400 to 16,370 levels on the downsides. We are not getting a very good move on the indices basis, but definitely stocks are really doing very well. We are getting a rotational shift into the sector purpose. So one can just do the trading into the stock specific, but with the strict stop losses. On the bank Nifty front, for the today intraday purpose, the resistance is placed at 35,800. Above that level, we expect a rally to be continued towards to 36,000 levels. And on the downside, the support is placed at 35,450. Below that level, 35,200 levels can be seen. On the Nifty Finance side, for the today intraday purpose, the support is placed at 17,440. Below that level, we can see some profit booking, which might take a Nifty Finance towards 17,350 to 17,300 levels, whereas the resistance is placed at 17,600 and 17,700. Stock specific positive M&M Finance looks really good into the particular charts in Chola Finance. HDFC AMC looks good on the chart setups. Currently, the stock is trading at around 2970 odd levels. We are looking for a target of 3035, 3040 levels on the higher sides. One can take a buy call on HDFC AMC with a stop loss of 2940. I think that's it from our end. We request derivative guys to take a call forward.
Yeah, thank you, Swati. Good morning, everyone. So as for yesterday's the derivative data, as I said yesterday only, that the Nifty is likely to expire around 16,650 levels and expire around 16,630 levels. As per the OI positions, as we are seeing that the highest call writer positions are at 16,700 and highest put writer positions is at 16,600, and below that it is at 16,500. So currently view is like tug of war situation between 16,600 to 700 mark. So Nifty is likely to remain in the range till the further shift of these OI positions. As in today's trading session also we are expecting Nifty to remain in the range of 16,550 to 16,700 mark. Once Nifty manages to give closing over 16,700, then only we might expect another buying rally to be continued in the market. Till that time, we expect the market to remain in the range bound session. As per sectoral specific and stock specific, we expect 2 to 3 counter which looks positive in today's trading session. First one is Kotak Bank, Can Bank, and Tata Consumer and Reliance. This 4 counter looks positive in today's trading session, so keep watch on these 4 counters. Thank you.
Good morning. Yesterday we interacted with management of Nippon Asset Management. Post the ownership change by Japanese parent Nippon, the perception of the company has changed. The key strengths historically for the company has been that it has one of the highest number of distributors at 80,000 and network of 300 offices pan India. And most of these are beyond the 30 cities, which is the strong point for the company. Also, in within the PSU banking space as a distribution channel, after SBI Mutual Fund, Nippon is the largest selling mutual fund. So these two are the main strengths. Market share in 2015 was at 12%. It dipped to around 9% in 2018, and today it is at 7%. But now with a stronger management in place and MNC, we feel that there is a good chance that market share can claw back to 9% levels in coming years. Main growth area would be again focus on B30 cities and also on the ETF side, where the company has a market share of 13% versus overall mutual fund market share of just 7%. So that is a strong point. Stock is trading at 28 times FY23 versus 38 times for HDFC. So if Nippon is able to increase its market share even by some margin, then there is some scope for re-rating over here. So we are positive in the long term. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Yeah. So we attended AGM of Everest Industries. It's a small cap company. But there is a big change in the management. Total management has changed in last 1 year, including chairman, MD, CFO, HR head, CIO, and even some second line in people as well. The company is owned by Narottam Seksaria. He is, in fact, earlier was the owner of ACC and Gujarat Ambuja Cement. So this change has happened because of the earlier management, professional management was not delivering the growth. And now this management has planned for a bigger growth in coming next 4 to 5 years. They are targeting revenue to double in next 4 to 5 years from the level of FY19, that is the normalized level, and also they are targeting 4 times profit in next 4 to 5 years from level of around FY19. So if we calculate that, then it turns out to be very strong numbers for 4 to 5 year investment. But we need to see the operational changes which is happening in the company in the coming period. As such, right now, nothing great changes which has happened up till now in 1 year, except one of their division which was making higher losses has reduced that. And apart from that, the roofing business, which was their traditional business, had seen more of a like a industry type of performance. So nothing extraordinary has happened up till now, but looking at the price and looking at the management, the opportunity seems quite strong, and one can look to take a risk looking at the high risk reward ratio possible in this company. So we are positive we'll keep a track on the changes which is likely to happen in the company. But looking at the risk reward, it looks positive for us. Then apart from that, Jindal Shaw has further reduced the pellet prices. The pellet are used in substitute to iron ore. As the iron ore prices are coming down, the pellet prices are also correcting. They reduce it by another 500 rupees, and now it is at around somewhere 13,000. It went as high as around 17,000 in recent past. From there, the pellet prices are consistently coming down. So this decline in pellet prices are negative for Godavari Power, Sarda Energy, Jindal Shaw, and all. Yeah, anything, any analyst has anything else?
No, sir.
Yeah, this Procter & Gamble Health result was there. No?
So Procter & Gamble Health announced their results. So this is the erstwhile Merck Limited. So result was okay. So there was nothing extraordinary or something to highlight in that. The stock is trading 51 times. The margins came at 17% versus 14% last year. Although the margins were quite high last year, 26%. We among MNCs we don't have much positive view on this. We like Sanofi and Abbott in MNC pharma space. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all from us, and thank you very much, and have a good day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.